Hi, everyone. So I actually did a version of a project I did in a different class in computational thinking where I had to develop a lesson plan that my students could do in Scratch, which I picked a lesson plan that came from a YouTube video where someone created a formula for calculating the Pythagorean Theorem, which is a really important 8th grade standard. And when I was in high school, that was kind of the beginning of my coding experience, was learning how to create a program that calculated the Pythagorean theorem on the old TI-83 calculators, but we never could really get it to fully work. So this video here is the original lesson, but it only did the hypotenuse if you were given the two legs, with the formulas a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So it was only solving for c. When I created this program, I really wanted it to showcase that you can solve any of the three sides. So the way the program works is that your little cat talks to you and says that we're going to help you solve for a missing side of a right triangle. So the most common is the hypotenuse. So it asks for the value of the first leg. I'll choose one that has a whole number answer. So I did 6, which pops up in here in the leg. Ask for the second leg, which I'll put 8. The order of these don't matter. And then it solves the third side, which would be 10. If you want to click another problem, you simply would click, this time let's do solving for a separate leg. So in this case, it asks for the leg that you're given. So this time I will do 4. It asks for the hypotenuse, I'll say 5. And then it'll solve for the third leg, which in this case would be 3. It does work for decimals. So if I do 5, 5, it would give me the decimal point, which does not give the square root answer, which is what a teacher like myself would need. So it'd be helpful for the students, but it wouldn't do all of the work for them. If we want to look at the actual program itself, the biggest thing early on is for me to figure out, like, which sprites do I need? So I need a sprite that talks to the user. That'd be sprite 1. I need a sprite that is the actual triangle itself. So I just made that one picture. I have a sprite for the leg calculation and a sprite for the hypotenuse calculation. The things up here in the top right are something that took me a while to learn. They're called variables. And if you look on your left side of the program, your variables are down here in orange, and you can make your own variables and then they pop into the program. They're usually used in games to keep score. I really wanted the variables to be a calculation because my kids use Scratch to make games a lot outside of my class, so I wanted mine to be something a little bit different. So all I have is this up here is the calculation for choosing the side, and then calculation for the hypotenuse, and a calculation for the other leg. So that is my program. I was really happy that I was able to get it to work. I was a little bit surprised that I was actually able to get it to work for all three sides. But this is something I could see myself using in an 8th grade classroom as kind of an extension activity for students who felt like they got the formula really quickly and were looking for a little bit added challenge. So, thank you, everybody.